This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
All right, gang. What's up? Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. I am Scott. This is Skunky. And before we get started, hey, shout out to football, folks. It's back. We got preseason tonight. Whether the starters play or not, it's still football. And we got it all weekend. I do believe, and Skunky can correct me, I do believe we have the Panthers, Carolina at the Patriots. And then we have okay, who's at the Detroit Lions are at the New York Giants, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. I honestly, I'm the kind of guy I don't care. It's football, so it doesn't matter who's playing. I'm glad that it's back.
The first game you said you can watch on the NFL Network. The second one, I'm not sure. I didn't really see.
Yeah. The next one is probably streaming. But yeah, hey, cool. I'm excited. Once football gets kicking, I mean, we have so many storylines that are yet to play out. There were so many free agent pickups and what 6 freaking quarterbacks drafted in the first 10 picks.
Right.
Crazy. Now, not all will start, but I think it's safe to say Caleb Williams of the Bears should probably start. I knew when the Falcons signed Kirk Cousins that meant that Michael Penix Jr. will not play, but it sure looks like, I mean, he'll be a backup, and Kirk Cousins gets hurt. There you go. But I do believe J.J. McCarthy has a very good chance to start right off the bat for the Vikings. Is his name Jaden Daniels or McDaniels that went to the Commanders, Washington? I think he's got a very legit chance to start. It's exciting. My team's quarterbacks are so that there's a quarterback battle, so they're going to have to play. So that'll be fun to watch. Yeah, it's too bad. I understand why Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. Totally get that. I just really never got to see him. I don't think he'd even throw a pass in that three. Well, he was going to. Wasn't he going to throw on the third down and he got sacked and tore his ACL? I think so. But I just intrigued at that. I want to see. When you got a quarterback that played for one team for so long, I'm always interested to see, like Kirk Cousins, what do they look like? Not only in a different uniform, but what do they look like on another team? You made a point, Skunky, a while back. I'm totally curious to see Russell Wilson with the Steelers. Looks like we got something coming in.
Moment looking at the camera, officially announcing my retirement from the NFL. From the first day I was born, my dad put a football in my hand. He must have known something because that became a dream of mine since I've been a kid to play in the NFL, and I will be forever grateful for that. It's been such a special privilege to play for Philadelphia, St. Louis, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Chicago, and Indianapolis. To the fans of the NFL around the world, thank you for making the game so special. Y'all are the ones that bring the energy in the stadiums. Thank you. Specifically, thank you to the Philadelphia Eagles fans. Thank you for all your support from 2012 when I was drafted to 2017 when I came back. You truly made playing in Philadelphia the most special experience in my football career. To all the coaches I had in my career, thank you for everything. Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the teaching. Thank you for the uplifting. Thank you for being there for me throughout my entire career. To my teammates, to that bond we have in the locker room, going to work every day, being on the practice field, being in the weight room, being in the steam room, being in the sauna, having those conversations, that bond that lasts forever. I want to specifically thank Athletes First, Justin Schulman, my agent, and Austin Lyman, my marketing agent. I'm truly grateful for everything. I want to give a special thanks to my wife, Tori. You're the rock of the household. Thank you for guiding our family through the transitions, the conversations we've had before games, week of games. I want to give a special thank you for that. I want to thank my mom and dad. Y'all instilled in me a work ethic that took me to the NFL, the character traits y'all have, the hard work y'all have. Thank you for being that example for me. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing me to live a childhood dream. I've grown so much in my faith in this time. As I step away from this game, I want to cheer on the next generation of NFL players. Go out there each and every day and give it everything you have. As this chapter closes, another one opens. I'm truly grateful for my time in the NFL. I get to be a husband and a father. I have 3 kids at home that I get to be around all the time. I get to coach their sports. I get to be at their sports. And I also get to help them with homework, get to help them through tantrums, get to be there each and every day. So I'm truly excited for it. This isn't the end. I know I'll see you soon. Thank y'all.
And that is, who is that?
Nick Foles.
Oh, no way. Okay, heck yeah. Dude, what a story. What a story, man. Okay, Carson Wentz. I had to think Carson Wentz gets hurt. Nick Foles comes in there and wins the Super Bowl. And he did play, you noticed he played for quite a few teams. I don't remember the Colts. I guess I do. I definitely remember the Rams. But yeah, I always liked Nick Foles. That's awesome. I like his little speech too.
Huh. Yeah. Well, good for him.
Excellent for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what I was saying before that about about football this year, almost no matter whoever you're a fan of, it's a brand new year. Anything can happen. The excitement's there. I mean, we've got major stories now. Also, I mean, correct me wrong, because I was going to ask my phone, but I said no. You've got to be right. I am almost positive that no team in Super Bowl history has won 3 straight. I do not believe so. Twice. I mean, a lot of teams. I think the Patriots did it, back to back twice, maybe. But I don't. I'm almost positive. And yeah, if you're listening, anybody correct me if any teams won 3 in a row? Because even Green Bay didn't do that in the beginning.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael. So hey, right? You want to talk about intrigue right there? Everybody's coming for the Chiefs. Everybody's coming for the Chiefs. So we're going to see. Huge fan, obviously, and have been of Andy Reid. We're going to see this year just how are the Chiefs good enough once again to not at least on paper they didn't look like they got any better than last year. Obviously, they were pretty good, but I think where my point's going. Can they really do it? Considering all the great teams that couldn't do it, we've had great teams. Patriots.
Yeah.
I think that's quite intriguing, and I think a lot of people, what that also probably means, though, we're probably going to get the Chiefs on TV every Sunday.
We won't. We'll get the Browns or the Bengals.
Well, how about you get the Cowboys a lot?
No,
because it's odd. Here in the Springs, usually if the Cowboys are on at a different time than the Broncos, they're on. And what I could come up with, Colorado Springs is a military town. We got Fort Carson, we got Peterson, the Air Force Academy. So what comes with that is a whole lot of people from Texas. So I'm thinking that that's why, because they really are. It's funny. We make jokes here about, we go, well, our home teams are the teams are the Broncos and Cowboys. So yeah, I would suppose where you live, you get Cleveland and Cincinnati. Probably, probably the Bears too. Are the Bears on a lot, or no, Green Bay, or
no? Usually in the afternoon, it'll be
stuff.
Whoever's out west, the Chargers, and whoever's playing out there.
Yeah, I told you our little thing. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, you want to go ahead and read this?
No,
if you could.
Hurts. No NFL team has won the Super Bowl 3 times in a row. The closest any team has come is the New England Patriots and the Steelers, both of whom have won back-to-back Super Bowls, but neither team managed to secure the 3rd consecutive title. The Patriots won in 2001 and 2003, and the Steelers in 74 and 75. The idea of a three-peat in the NFL remains one of the league's greatest challenges.
And you want to know what's interesting? And they left out of that. You guys can check. There's another team, and I know for a fact because I live here, that won back-to-back Super Bowls. John Elway and the Broncos won in '97 and '98. They beat Green Bay, and the very next year they beat the Atlanta Falcons. And then Elway retired right after that. And the story goes on. The head coach of the Atlanta Falcons was Dan Reeves, who was John Elway's first coach in Denver. Yeah, they really did. You guys can check on that right now. Did the Broncos win back-to-back Super Bowls?
I don't
They
think.
did. I think, yeah, we need to get. Hey, can we get a confirmation on that?
Yeah, I just did. They didn't.
They did.
No.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hey, Hippie, if you're there, the Broncos won in '97 and '98. I even have a book called Back to Back. I could with the Broncos, so I know they did.
All right.
Hopefully they're checking. And if I'm wrong, then I'd be shocked, and I could blame it on marijuana. Speaking of that, it looks like 420 is coming.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to say they didn't because it would have come up in there with the whoever they said, the Steelers and the Patriots, I believe. That's why I said I don't think so.
Okay.
But
and I really can't. I can't think of a way of checking on my phone without losing you. But I'm trusting that they're listening, or audience out there. Just find out if the Broncos won back-to-back Super Bowls in '97 and '98.
right. So
Here we go. Check it. Go ahead and read that. It just came up and then went away. And it said yes, the Broncos. So that's pop that up again. There we go. Can you go ahead and read that?
yes, the Denver Broncos won back-to-back Super Bowls. They achieved the feat in the late 90s. The Broncos won Super Bowl XXX2. I guess that's 32. On
Think so.
January 25th, 98, and then followed with a victory in the 99 Super Bowl. These wins were led by quarterback John Elway and marked the team's first Super Bowl victories after previous disappointments.
Yeah. So they did win back to back. Oh yeah, the Broncos had all kinds of problems. The Broncos not only had not won the Super Bowl, but I think they'd lost 3 or 4 in a row and got smoked. We all remember that Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. I think that score was like 55-10 or something like that. Blew them up. Then they got blown up by the Giants. That's when they had Phil Simms. So yeah, the Bronco fans here talk about that. Hey, and did the 49ers win?
Yep.
They did. Let's see if I can read this. The 49ers won back-to-back Super Bowls in the late 1980s. They secured their victories in 89 and 90. Okay, they were led by quarterback Joe Montana and head coach George Seifert. The 49ers are known for their dominant performance during that era. Okay.
Yeah, that's the West Coast offense.
And the only other team I thought of that we could be leaving out, but I don't think the Cowboys get it. I don't think Dallas went back to back. Even with Troy Aikman, Michael Urban, and Emmitt Smith, I don't think they won. Oh, and what did he say? What did Jimmy Johnson say? How about them Cowboys?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Anyway, I forget his first name. The Bills quarterback.
Josh Allen?
He's starting in the game Saturday against the Bears.
Nice.
I
want to see that then.
The Vikings are going to start Sam Darnold in the preseason opener. So there's 2 quarterbacks.
Well, yeah. Who's the second team you said though? Sam Darnold plays for what?
The Vikings.
Yeah, see, that's him and J.J. McCarthy. So that should mean that the second game they're going to let J.J. McCarthy start. I hope.
Yeah, I don't think J.J. McCarthy. He may beat him out. Sam Darnold was really a flop.
Yeah, but and I think he was even drafted by the Jets. Right? I know. I think he played for the Jets.
Yeah. You got
Here's
it?
a list of NFL teams that won back-to-back Super Bowls. Green Bay Packers in 67, 68. Dolphins in 72 and 73. Steelers 74, 75. Niners 89, 90. Cowboys did do it. 93 and 94. That would be with Aikman and the Broncos about that. So quite a few teams have. But hey, the cool thing and the intriguing thing is nobody's won three, and the Chiefs got a chance. And hey, it's 420 on the West Coast. 420 on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, it's 420 anywhere. Yes.
It's 420.
The fuck is that noise? You guys hear that shit? Oh. Yes, I do. Listen up, children. Now the story I first heard from a long time ago was never to go out in the woods all alone. People go missing and never make it home. No decent burial, not even one bone. Portals hidden in trees, no you can't see him. He's calling shots far beyond big bag and trim. A buddy 2 lamp short, I heard him yelling at him. Well, if you wanna bring your slash, won't you do it down with? Watches taking chances, crossing strings and breaking branches, popping seeds and growing trees, and stopping avalanches. He won't take no for an answer. There's no going back if he won't let you. Growing trees is all he knows, and peeping at you through the upstairs window. Floodwaters, rock slides, better know where you're at. 36101 Redwoods attack. You gotta stay on the road when you're beating the black. Those people flying off the edge just like Toots a cat. You shoot up, take a second, don't forget where you're at. Now don't get caught in your tits, that's a C-spot trap. Now all aboard, come along to the back of the woods. From the song and sing along, it'll be all good. Swatches on heaven. Said too much about the Squatch and his beers. I'm trying to make an honest living and be just like him. I'd like a cabin in the woods with the license that says, you fuck with me, you fuck with Squatch, and that's the way it is. It's Squatches taking chances, crossing strings and breaking branches, popping seeds and growing trees, and stopping avalanches. He's starting trendy dances, using CBDs for curing cancers. No one grows like he grows. Might be smoking on his endo. Swatches on heaven. And
actually going on.
707. Hey, welcome back to the Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. I am Scott, and this is Skunky. And we were talking football and back-to-backs, and they gave us a list, but it the Chiefs have a shot to do what no other team has. So I think that's really interesting. And every team that plays the Chiefs is going to go after them. So it's going to be, if they do it again this year, that'll be quite the feat.
Right.
And so I've asked you this before, and you don't necessarily, you don't have a team.
Nope.
So
Nope.
when you watch football, do you get excited? Do you want a team to win? I mean, when you're watching the game, do you want a certain team to win, or?
No. If there's an Ohio team playing, I want them to win because I'm from there, but I could care less. So, dude, as long as it's a good game and no one gets hurt, seriously, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us diehard fans of certain teams, I'm sure. Yeah, well, let's see. The Jets haven't won the Super Bowl since, was that 70? Even though it was a 69 year, was it 1970? Because it looked like, didn't it say that the Packers won, or the Packers win 67 and 68? Well, it was back with Joe Namath, and that's the last time the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Right. I don't even know
Well,
what
at least
year.
they have one. Huh?
What year did they even start having the Super Bowl? It was right around then sometime, wasn't it? 66?
65, yeah, 66, something like that. And then you got my team's not much better. They were in the Super Bowl as early as 2000, got smoke of duty by the Bucs, but the Raiders won the 84 Super Bowl over Washington, the then Redskins. So it's been 40 years for Raider Nation that's even that they won a Super Bowl. Cleveland has none. The Bengals have at least one. Boomer, I don't think Boomer won, right? Because they lost to the 49ers, but they won with Joe Burrow, didn't they? Or did they not?
No.
Yeah, the Bengals not won a Super Bowl with back with Kenny Anderson.
Nope.
Nope.
No, they got beat by the 49ers in that miracle catch game. Or in the Super Bowl after that.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. And that's the one that
That's back when they
Stanley
still had Bengals written on their helmet.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was with my man Boomer. I am such a righty, but I for some reason am always a fan of the left-handed quarterback because it's different, you know. So since you're not necessarily like have a team, then what are you interested in to see this year?
I'm interested to see how Houston does. I'm interested. I would like to see how Cleveland does. They have a decent team. I think they just have a shit quarterback. But
with Deshaun Watson, I was going to say real quick. I'll even admit I'm biased. There's some things that but honestly, he's sure not a bad quarterback. He doesn't run. If you played for Clemson, unless you're Trevor Lawrence, most of their quarterbacks were also able to run, and he was early in his career. When he played that's the last time the Texans were good. But I like your boy. I think C.J. Stroud is a stud. I mean, the year he had last year, for as young as he is, every single coach in the NFL said, "Hey, this kid for the Texans, he's good." And when you got other coaches saying this guy's got the composure of a 5-6 year vet, if not more, that's impressive because you can't necessarily say that about Justin Fields or some of the other quarterbacks from Ohio State, but they're saying that about this kid. So I'm with you on the whole Houston thing. And it's kind of sad because what I think about, J.J. Watt played his freaking heart out for the Texans. He probably was sitting at home last year going, man, and now they're good. I want to play when they were good because they weren't very good with J.J. Watt's career.
The same way with the Browns. They had that offensive tackle Joe Thomas, who never missed a game and played for years. The year after he retired, they made the playoffs. I thought, damn, they should sign him to a one-day contract and let him play. Shit.
Those stories, man, I know those stories. Okay, I even have another one. Now it was a little bit later, but you know who else chimed in? Barry Sanders. He goes, "Look, I ran for 200 yards in a game and we lost. I retire, and now Detroit's not only in the playoffs but predicted to win their division, and they almost went to the Super Bowl." Yeah,
Right.
as a player, I thought it was great. I love these kind of stories. I thought it was awesome. It almost looked like Walter Payton was never going to see not only the playoffs, but you're never going to see the Bears in the Super Bowl. And I'll be danged, when he was about to retire, that was awesome that he got to win a Super Bowl. Because I remember that. I told you before, I've always liked Walter Payton, the way he ran, how classy he was. Um, and so when the Bears made the Super Bowl, I was like, okay, you give it to Fridge for a touchdown, but Walter Payton's got to score a touchdown. And when he did, I was like, oh, that was sweet.
Right.
The whole Gale Sayers, I mean, that when he vividly talked about that, I mean, that movie, I think everybody needs to see Brian Song because it's a totally true story. Yeah, it's a total true story.
Right.
And and I think it's cool when you have Walter Payton, who is thought of as one. He always won the humanity. I mean, what a guy! When he says, "I was nervous. I was in the same locker room as Gale Sayers." Dude, you know what your career is going to end up like? I mean, it's almost it'll be the other way around.
Right.
So I love those stories. And when you just said that, I was thinking, yeah, the players that have played their hearts out for a team for, oh, we got another one. I mean, they actually, the Detroit fans were totally cool about it. Here's a great story. Matt Stafford, remember? They even did a commercial where he makes that joke on AT&T where he played for 13 years for the Lions, never even made the playoffs. And they're like, look, dude, we love you. We think you're great. We have an opportunity to trade you to a playoff team, the Rams. Would you consider that? And he was like, seriously? Yes, I would totally consider. He goes, man, you played with a broken. Matt Stafford gave everything he had with the Lions. Nobody even questions that. So what does he do? Go to the Rams and wins the Super Bowl. Yeah, so that was great. I like those stories. I like them more when it's with the same team. But when a team is okay with the guy going, so he has a chance, that's respectful.
Yeah.
When Jerry Rice went over to the Raiders, he was like, you know, I don't want you guys to treat me like I'm the enemy, but out the whoa, okay, wait a minute. Russell Wilson is out the door in Pittsburgh. I hear. Okay, that's what Matt is that our Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be surprising since preseason hasn't even started yet, but they might be leaning towards that. I thought he could practice again. Remember, he's got that Aaron Rodgers calf injury where he was pushing the thing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what he
Yeah,
did.
so Justin Fields has been practicing and he hasn't. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Because they got him for a bargain. We talked about that, $2 million because 38 of it Broncos got to pay. Yikes!
Right. Well, the Broncos
You know that?
don't pay him whether he plays or doesn't.
Absolutely. I just mean the Steelers are like, man, we're only paying $2 million for him. We pay $2 million for a kicker. We should at least give him an opportunity to see if he can still play, unless the practices are really bad.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I heard Mike Tomlin today, and he said practice does not matter. He said what happens out on the field is what matters. So I saw where Justin Fields is named a starting quarterback in their preseason game, but I didn't see anything about Russell Wilson being out. Tomlin said that he was asked about Russell Wilson being named QB1, and you know what a dickhead he is. He said, that's what I said. He said, hey. And then he mumbled some other crap about Justin Fields. So I think he was kind of telling both players, both of you have a shot. Let's see what happens, is what he was doing.
Yeah, I think you're right in that particular situation. The Steelers, by starting Justin Fields, it's kind of a hint that they're liking Russell Wilson. But I think the biggest thing is, and we've talked about this, when a quarterback gets that interesting calf injury, they want to be very cautious. But he could definitely play a game too if they feel. I hear he's going to Tampa Bay. Well, Tampa Bay's quarterback is what's his name? Because he cracks me up. Uh, that's it, Baker Mayfield. Well, there's always a lot of rumors, so I'm always one of those that errs on the side of caution until we hear that. Because I would think that the Steelers would at least see if he actually could play in a game. See how he looks in the game because yeah, you might even be paying Justin Fields more. So I mean that's a bargain contract,
Right. Maybe something else might be more to his calf injury than what they said. Who knows? Huh. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude,
precisely.
essentially, we're watching players who won't even be on the damn roster when football starts.
So you better believe it. I know we're at like 93 players, buddy, and it goes all the way down to 53. So I hear Matt likes drugs. Okay.
He must really like them.
Well, the drug we like is legal. Okay, go ahead.
It is here anyway. Yeah,
it is.
You got it legal, recreational.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I have a license. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So anyway, really, preseason football until next to last or the last game doesn't really matter. They're just trying to get their roster down to the next cut. You know what I mean?
And it's a huge one by the end of it. They go from 93 down to 53 or 54. Let's see. Facebook Messenger icon, Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson. Heads up to running back. You know what? I can't read that. I'm sorry, Skunky. You want to go ahead, please?
Yeah. Let's see. Facebook Messenger icon, Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson. Number 3, hands off to running back Najee Harris, number 22, during practice at Steelers training camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. Wilson was a limited participant in the Steelers' first added practice. One Steelers QB, Russell Wilson, out for preseason game versus Texans, opening another door for Justin Fields, Mike Tomlin, to hold out other established veterans in addition to the likely starter under center.
Likely starter under center. Okay.
Right.
Well, that says to me that I guess because it's even okay to say this. So and so, as far as we're concerned, has the starting gig, but it doesn't mean he can keep it. So it does sound like they're kind of leaning, unless something happens. It looks like they're leaning to Russell Wilson. But I'm one of those. Even if that is the case, and I'm Justin Fields. Hey, buddy, this league that you're in, the starting quarterback, there's a good chance he's not going to play all 17 games. Something's going to happen, whether it's a little ankle, whatever the case is. If you're the backup, you better be ready to go in. And I've heard coaches talk about that. There have been guys that have been obvious that they've been, Belichick was really good at reminding whoever, Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever was the backup of Brady. I know you look like, you're having a good time over here, but I'm telling you, any play, you need to be paying attention because I want to see that helmet come on the minute he goes, the minute he goes down, because you got to go in there. And that can turn into. And I think Nick Foles is a great example. I mean, Nick Foles is sitting around chilling, and then, I mean, chilling. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, even a playoff game, and Nick Foles had to come in. It was at least pretty far through the season.
Russell was a sellout anyway. There you have it.
Well,
I think that's
well,
from the Seahawks fan.
he got a 4-year, $244 million contract for from the Broncos. That was so much that the Broncos even said, "You know what? You can even go, and we'll pay you $38 million." I mean, wow. We're not even going to keep you, okay? We're just going to let you go, and wherever you go, just give us your new address, and we'll send you a check. I
You
mean, man,
realize,
that's
you realize that still goes against their salary cap, right?
I believe so,
So, yeah.
because it's
So
a
that
payment
is so
that they
great.
have to make. Might be another reason why they drafted Bo Nix, because remember that we talked about the rookie salary that they love so much, and now they got him. Yeah, now they got him to like a 4-year or a 3-year, so they won't even talk to him after that, because that way they don't have to pay them for 3-4 years, so they can bolster up that. Yeah, but there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than having to send a check to another team. So that just tells you. I mean, that's why I told you I'm really leaning towards Russell Wilson is not the quarterback he used to be, because I don't think Denver would literally fork out $38 million when it would have been cheaper just to keep him. So,
Right. Well, they thought it was, apparently.
uh, never leave Seattle, and then poof, he is out the door. Oh yeah, well, hey, you guys, seriously though, it wasn't even his choice. He didn't bail from Seattle. No, Pete Carroll called him in the office and said, "Hey, we're going to go another route. We're going to go with Geno Smith,
Right.
and you're whatever. I think 35, whatever. Your career's not over." And so they got traded. Got traded to Denver for the Seattle Seahawks. Even trade the Broncos traded. Oh my gosh, give me a break. The quarterback, that was the quarterback at the time, and he ended up not even starting. Geno Smith took the job. Locke, yeah, that's it. I can't remember his first name, but from Missouri, they traded him to the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson really did not have any intentions. He had to go out to Denver and find a home and stuff. And, I think he wanted to stay in Seattle for his whole career. But Pete Carroll said, and Pete Carroll retired.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. But Pete Carroll loved him. He gave it his all and mentioned that he's
Well,
a grandpa. And I'll go ahead.
did Seattle make the playoffs after Wilson left?
I think they only missed it by a game last year. I think they had to like win the last game. They went like 8-9 or 9-8.
So,
And they like Geno Smith enough that you even told me that Geno Smith is the starter this year unless something happens. So Jets. I'm
yeah, I don't
sorry,
know.
Seahawks. I think Seahawks are going with Geno again. So,
Right.
oh, what do we got here? Oh, Kyle's just heading home from work. Right on, working man. I like to see that. All
Right.
right,
Andrew,
Andrew.
let's talk about Mr. Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. All right.
You go first.
What do you want to know about him? Oh, I'll tell you what. They held him out of practice today because it was raining.
Mm. You know what that tells me? They're concerned about him slipping. Um, you got a quite an expensive repair job on Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sure. And I mean, my gosh, what happened last year? I'm sure every Jets fan
He needs to go.
is going to when he the first time. And just think about this: the first time you guys that Aaron Rodgers drops back to pass and gets sacked. I mean, you're going to even hear oohs and ahs, and everybody's attention's going to see, does he get up? Um,
Dude, that happens anyway. He needs
Yeah,
to
but
go.
huh?
He needs to go.
Oh, I don't think so. I seriously think if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, he's still. I mean, considering what happened last year, I know he's out there. I know he does strange things and goes to strange places and stuff. But as for a competitive nature, oh, absolutely. He left Green Bay, and people are like, can't believe you left Green Bay. You're not going to do anything in New York.
Right. He may
Aaron
not.
Rodgers wants to. He may not, but I mean, but Aaron Rodgers wants to do something in New York. Then what does he do? Then when he makes his debut and walks out there, the third play of the game, he's out. Ooh, Aaron Rodgers wants to make a statement this year. I hope that he stays healthy. I think that's good for football. There's a
Right.
lot of comments coming up, and they're coming quickly. And I think they're just
It says 2 players have retired because they can't stand him.
okay. 2 players retired because they can't stand who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, my favorite football team, the Chiefs. I love Patrick Mahomes. Well, Kyle, your team's got it. Your team's got a chance to three-peat, and no team in NFL history has ever done that. So, but I will be rooting. I'll be rooting for yeah. It seems like little things are popping up like mushrooms. I'll be not rooting for the Chiefs. I'll be rooting for my team, the Raiders.
Any Caitlin Clark news?
Not lately because they don't play
Yeah.
till the. I looked that up. They don't play till they have a break right now. The women water polo team lost today, but did they win a medal? Was that a medal round? I
I
think
don't
we're
know.
all at medal. I think we're pretty much at medal round.
It was probably bronze if it was any. I don't remember. I saw something of it.
Oh, and that's right. You were going to give the medal count too while we were talking medals.
Yeah. Let's talk about something that's really going on here. Instead of
All right.
the medal count is 103 for the United States. China has 73, and France has 54.
Wow.
When the football season um
It's the first week of
last
September. It's
week,
a Thursday night. Yeah, it's a Thursday night game. I believe Skunky can check.
it started last week.
No, he wants to know when the regular season starts.
He wanted to
The
know
actual,
when
yeah,
football.
after preseason, it's going to be like the first week in September.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's the first week in
September 4th.
September 4th, and it's a Thursday night, correct?
Yep.
Who is it? Is it is it the Chiefs? Because
It's Baltimore versus the Chiefs.
how about that? Baltimore at Kansas City.
Right.
When does Special K win a gold in golf? Yeah, when does Special K win a gold in golf?
I don't know. I don't know when he plays. I know he got one in bowling September 5th. But, on the 6th, the Packers play the Eagles. And then Sunday, there are all the games on.
All right. So does that mean there's 2 games on Thursday, or does that mean there's a game on Thursday and Friday?
Thursday and Friday.
How about that?
In the first week, dude, I don't see really anything that looks real interesting.
I know that the Raiders are at LA against the Chargers. Hippie probably knows who the Jets are playing. Yeah, we're at LA, and then we go to Baltimore. Yikes! And then we're home against Carolina. So then we got the Cleveland Browns in Vegas. Fourth game of the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to. Yeah, I know. Since you kind of root for the Jets.
Yeah.
49ers.
The Jets are at the 49ers on Monday night.
That's right. There's a
Right.
game for you too. So Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers makes his actual debut again against the Niners, who went to the Super Bowl. That's exciting.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what we're going to do is we're going to ask our fans. Since you're somewhat a Cleveland fan and I'm a diehard Raider fan, we're going to go to the game in Vegas and see the Browns. Oh, and we'll tell Hippie we'll do a live from there. We'll do our sports report at the game. Coming to you live from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I said, Matt. Packers and Eagles.
Packers and Eagles, Seahawks and Chargers on. Well, that's got to be a preseason game because the Chargers play the Raiders on Sunday, so I doubt they're going to play back to back. That's got to be a preseason game. That's probably this weekend.
Seahawks and what?
This Saturday. Yeah, there we go.
The first regular season week, Seattle plays at home against Denver.
Ooh, how about that? So my home team was the Broncos travel to Seattle to play the Seahawks.
Yep.
Starting on the road. That's what we do. The Raiders start on the road every year. We got what, 2 in a row? A lot of times they don't like to go more than 3 in a row at the most, either on the road or at home. They try to divvy it out.
Well, dude, is that even really a away game for the Raiders? LA?
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no, but and this is, hey, fan, if you are a Chargers fan, this honestly is this is not a dish on you. But when they were in San Diego, I mean, when it comes to fan base, Philip Rivers used to get upset because he put his hands to have them quiet down, and they wouldn't. The Chargers, they have the LA's a nice stadium. You know, that's where the Rams and Chargers play now. So no, I would agree with you. And considering what you said a couple of weeks ago about home and road doesn't really matter, I told you I think it does, depending on weather. But we're not going to get in that. What we're going to say is what Antonio Pierce, the head coach of the Raiders, said. He said, "Look, you should be able to play anywhere. If you're a good team, you should be able to play in your mom's backyard or wherever the case is." Yeah, we got 2
Absolutely.
games on the road. Yeah, we got 2 games on the road.
Same for both teams.
We got 2 games on the road. And then he made another awesome statement. He said, and honestly, sometimes can happen is when you're at home, you play too excited. And that's the last thing you want to do because the fans are screaming. So he said, no, we don't mind playing on the road. We don't mind playing on home. I don't think the Raiders have one of those games in London. I don't think so, but we did a couple years ago. What do you got here? Good evening, guys. I'm blurry, bud. What's that saying?
I don't know.
Gone.
Good evening, guys. I'm going to sit. I'm going to sit here and listen about sports.
All right. Well, we got a few more minutes, so
Here,
speaking of that, let's see any other things I want to see. Because I always love it. All right, Cowboys. We've gone to the playoffs every single year for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and let's see what they do. I always have a tendency to watch the Cowboys because there's always so much talk about the Cowboys, and then when the playoffs start, and that's hey man, last year there were some games and there weren't many blowouts, but Dallas blew out a few teams like 41-10 or stuff like that. And I thought, well, we'll just see. I really thought they were going to beat Green Bay. I just thought, okay, well, they're going to win the first game against Green Bay. Nope. Not only did they not win, I swear if that game wasn't over at halftime, it was something like 28-3. And it was like, what's happening? And it got worse in the second half. I guess I'm also intrigued with Green Bay. How about this? You might agree with you. When a quarterback gets a huge contract, now I'm going to be watching Green Bay. See, okay, now that Jordan Love got paid, how are they going to look? You know, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I'm totally intrigued about that. Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. Let's see how he performs in a different uniform.
Right.
right here up the street. Who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Broncos? Are they really going to go with the kid Bo Nix, or are they going to go with somebody else?
I don't know. I don't even know who they have.
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that because in my head I do know that. I think it's Jason Stidham, if I'm not mistaken. Or they might have let him go and get another backup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Oh,
long move for them.
yeah, I should, yeah, I don't know why I'm not thinking of their backup because it's either Jason Stidham. Looking forward to September when football kickoff. Nick, I'm totally with you. I will
Yeah,
watch the
it's
preseason,
kicking
but
off tonight, bro. It's kicked off
yeah,
already.
yeah. Let's see. I was going to say we might even have scores here.
No, it just started at 7. Yeah, I seen a thing that said they went live.
Yeah, it's 0-0, 0-0. Oh, 3-0, 3-0 Detroit over the Giants, and the other game is Carolina and New England are tied at 0.
Yeah, dude, I saw the Mets beat the Rockies last night 9-1. That ought to make you know who happy.
Hey, how are the Mets doing? Have they gotten to 500? Are they teetering in the 500 range?
The Mets are in the playoffs as of right now.
Yeah, what's their record then? You got it?
Nope.
No, but hey, that's all you got to do. It's all you got to do. It doesn't happen every year, but you've had teams, the Denver Broncos. I know my team for a fact. The Raiders won a Super Bowl as a wild card team, so that's always. You never know. You never know. You just got to get in the playoffs and see what happens. We've had a few baseball teams as wild cards win it. I've heard this said over and over. It's not how you started, it's how you finish. So I have tried to pay attention to teams. Like Baltimore did last year. I thought they kind of made a mistake. Baltimore, when they clinched everything, rested Lamar Jackson and the rest of the guys for like the last game. Don't do that. Yeah, and you would agree, I'll bet. Don't do that. Don't rest the guys. I mean, you're on a roll. You won 4 straight. You don't want to lose that mojo. So I look how teams are playing at the end of the year, and the way the Chiefs played in the playoffs, I'm like, man, they're finding a way to win. They're finding a way to win, and the 49ers, I thought, had them, and then they just faded. All right, wanna okay. Well, let's see. We got just a couple more minutes.
NL East. Percentage. Does that say GB? I couldn't see what it said, man.
Yeah, I think that was games behind.
Games behind. Duh.
That's all right.
There we go. The NL East. West. I don't know what the hell that says.
Oh yeah, okay. The NL East wins, losses. Yeah, I'm having trouble reading that too. 28. Oh, okay. At home, they're 28 and 21. On the road, they're 30 and 25. They're yeah. I'm sorry, man. I got that beginning, but I can't read it.
Where was that? There are. I don't know what it says.
Oh, the Mets are 61 and 54.
Yeah, I don't know. It came up. I looked it up. Hold on, I can read it to you better.
All right, thanks, Hippie.
I just printed it out, and that's what came up. But that's like everybody. And, the Mets, they are in second place behind the second place in their division behind the Phillies. They are 61 and 54. The Phillies are 68 and 46.
That's 7 games above 500.
Atlanta is 60 and 54. Washington is 52 and 64. I don't know how that works, but okay.
Well, yeah, you know where they're at. The Mets don't need to necessarily, and I bet Hippie would agree, necessarily need to catch the Phillies. They need to stay ahead of Atlanta. And once again, you make the playoffs, you're in. Anything can happen.
They're 7.5 games out of first place, and they are half a game ahead of Atlanta right now. Half a game ahead of Atlanta.
Ooh.
There you go. That's going to make the last.
Milwaukee is leading in the Central with St. Louis right behind them. Only 6.5 out.
Yeah, I don't see either of those teams play tonight. The Mets or
the Mets played today. They won 9-1. That was at noon this afternoon. You said that score.
Yeah,
earlier.
Thursday, a lot of times, Skunky is an off day because you usually try to play a day game on Wednesday, hit the road or whatever, and then you start a series on Friday. So the schedule is sometimes fairly short on Thursday.
And on the West Coast, it's the Dodgers are in first. 2.5 back is San Diego. 3 games back is Arizona, and then the San Francisco Giants are 8 games back. And whoa, the Colorado Rockies are 24.5 games behind.
That's my boys. Last place.
42 wins, 74 losses.
can't win them all.
Yikes.
Oof.
No, you can only win 42 out of 100 and some odd games.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Well, looks like it is time.
Yeah, it's overtime. But we started late too, so we.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on, I got some breaking sports news.
Ooh, gotta hear this.
Team USA's Grant Holloway wins Olympic gold medal in the 110 meter hurdles. 110 hurdles. I'm not clicking on the whole thing, but we won another gold medal in the 110 hurdles, 110 whatever hurdles, 110 meter, 110 miles.
Wow.
I don't know.
110 miles?
110 mile hurdles. I don't
What
know.
how many hurdles are in there?
Okay.
That reminds me of the 2,000. What was it? The 2,000 meters, something like that.
It was the 100. It said 110 something, but I didn't want to hit the button to open up the whole story because then everything would have got fucked up.
Yeah.
It was 110 meters, 110
meters
hurdles. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would think meters, right? 110
right.
meters.
Dude,
Yeah.
I see here where Noah Lyles, our American runner in the 200 meters, won the bronze and has got COVID.
Yeah, and then came back and found out that he's got COVID after he
Dude,
won.
that's pretty good for having that in your lungs, I would think.
Yeah, but that's pretty good for everybody that's been around him for the last week or two.
Yeah.
So, I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's safe. Breakdancing.
I agree.
I would assume he didn't know.
Yeah, no, he didn't. I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm saying, he probably got it and didn't know, and then fuck. But he's probably bunking with 6 guys in a room.
Crazy. Crazy.
Who knows? Anyway, breakdancing, says Nick Weatherford, tomorrow. Very excited. Skunky's going to be there on location for that one. And
in Paris.
And say your good nights, guys. Thank you.
All right, man. Hey, you guys, it's been great. Tomorrow is finally Friday. Scott and Skunky, we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Peace, everybody.
Don't forget breakdancing starts tomorrow.